welcome back. I am Frank, and alongside me is
Well done.
Wrath.
Wrath.
We're about to break the entire desk here.
Well done.
Because there's some crazy action going on right now. We've got the next game coming up is going to be the two teams for the first time in the tournament that are 2-0, and they're going to be clashing right now.
Sweet.
So we've got 3 Zot games in a row.
Wow. Yeah, they are doing really well. They're, like I said, their team synergy is really getting there. Surprisingly, they lost their diamond jungler. They picked up this gold guy, and he's been carrying them ever since.
Yeah.
He looks like Smurfing.
Yeah. Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah.
But I do have to say that when you go out there and you talk to them, you kind of get the feel that, like, the things that we see that we're like, man, that was such good team synergy, they're just like, I had no idea. We got so lucky. Like, that's the vibe that you get from all these teams that are winning. So,
I don't know, man. That random jungler, he's like doing his own thing. He's like, just like, gotta stay intense.
Yeah.
Pumped.
You see the game he's playing out there?
Yeah, he's like, I don't know. It's like a lot of pro players do as well. They play like Osu, or like something just to keep their fingers, you know, moving and stuff.
Mm-hmm. That's smart.
So, you know, yeah, it keeps their reactions good and stuff like that.
Yeah. So we're gonna go into the next one, and again, I'm probably gonna keep my eyes on Zot. Though their mid lane is really good. Like, everyone's good.
Yeah, that's the thing I was saying. Is like, wow, like you guys really have no weak link in your team.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing.
Yeah. But that's what you're gonna come to see, though. Like, as we get to the end of the tournament, especially when we do the bracket part.
Yeah, we're gonna see, like, as these teams, you know, they push each other to the limit, right? We're gonna see where does the weak link appear, you know, like who, you know, where do they relent?
Yep. And we still have Red Mercy in the fray. Red Mercy's team is still up there. Much to your distaste, but so we got, yeah, you know, whatever. It's good. It's good. It's good entertainment. Plus, you get to cast. So it's nice.
Yes, I get to go and pick apart every mistake. It's just like, oh, he did that wrong, and this. And it's like, aren't you being a little harsh on him? No, I'm being perfectly reasonable.
So, I mean, that's the way that's gonna go. But we do have actually the game right now, and it's team. I actually just saw it. It starts with Team Placebo.
Team Placebo versus Team Zot. All right.
And they actually chose their own name. Now, most of the teams are just going with the highest rated player on their team, naming it after them. So Zot is the highest rated. And this is actually cool too. Zot is actually choosing to pick last, whereas most of the time,
usually you have your AD carry actually picked relatively early on. So that's a little surprising to me.
Yeah. Not to mention the higher rated players.
Okay, so the respect ban is coming up.
Yeah, and the higher rated players as well typically have more champions. Yeah. So you put them first, so that they can.
So we're still seeing the general bans coming out from blue team. Looks like they're banning out Vi.
Right.
Yeah, we're just seeing, you know, some tanky bruisers being banned out. But yeah, the respect Tristana ban there for Zot. We did see him perform pretty well on Jinx. We'll see how they do. We haven't seen this other team play it, so yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested to see where they go with this one. And 2 of them have silver in their name. That's got to be a clan. Guaranteed. No, it's not. It's probably not.
Come on.
But we'll see how it works out anyways. Riven being banned out too. And LeBlanc. Wow. That's interesting.
Wow, that's... Man, he must be having a chuckle to himself back over there. Because he was saying, he's like, I don't know what I was doing. I just pushed buttons.
But he pushed a lot of them and they all got kills.
You're so modest.
Yeah. So. Alright, I want to see an Evelyn pick up here. We need to
we haven't seen Evelyn. We're going straight back to that Maokai comfort pick, man. This guy's like, hey, I'm doing good on Maokai, no reason to switch.
Yeah.
Right?
No. There's no way.
Oh, man. As we say it, man, what a call. And we do see the Evelyn pick up.
Okay, I had no idea.
Usually, like, honestly, I want Evelyn banned. Like, I'm afraid of people that can play her good. Because it is so hard to deal with her right now with no oracles and pink wards being visible. Like, the initiation, man. Yeah,
it is actually really, really scary.
Yeah, so it looks like they don't want to reveal their solo links. Maybe they might actually pick their bot lane up this time.
But it could be Evelyn mid. It could be.
It could be Evelyn mid. I'm pretty sure that Graves is being picked up for Zot. Maybe for middle, but Paprika is their middle, so he can pick for himself. I don't know if they want to pick their mid this early on is the thing, right?
Yeah. Now that's going to be an Annie support. I'm interested to see what the other 2 are going to be here. And what kind of comp they're really going for. Again, we haven't seen this team, but it definitely looks like they're going with something a little bit interesting.
Yeah, the Graves is actually could be a decent pickup over here. Evelyn and Annie are rather... We're seeing a Zillion.
Oh, yeah.
No way. Alright, so we're seeing the Zillion lock-in. And the Renekton top once again. As I was saying, the Graves is not too bad of a pickup. He excels against, you know, other squishy champions, and he's good against burst damage because of his passive he gets, you know. What is it? Grit? Tough Grit?
Yep.
Yeah, so, you know, True Grit. He gets pretty tough. He gets, you know, quite a bit of magic resistance. As long as he stays in the fight, you know, you can see him up to like 60 or 70 without any MR items. Yeah. Which is, you know, a decent chunk. So he's really good at those, you know, you're going to try to burst me, nah, you're not going to kill me off right away.
Now, we're seeing Udyr being hovered over here. I noticed that last time you didn't quite agree with the Udyr, or was... I'm not sure. Somebody didn't agree with the Udyr.
Oh, I like Udyr.
You do like Udyr.
I feel like if you're going to pick Udyr, that means you're going for the early game. That means you want to put some pressure out early. That's where Udyr excels. No one can really duel from early on. You know, ratatatata, his Tiger just takes out half your health.
Yeah. Feels bad. And we do have Sivir, so Sivir Annie, I really like that lane.
I'm still thinking we're probably going to see Udyr jungle? No. See, wow, that's... Udyr jungle and maybe Evelyn middle, and we get to see the top lane. I don't know if that's a top lane Udyr, it might be.
Well, I mean, with the summoners...
Like, I mean, they can go anywhere they want right now.
With the summoners, he could be swapping, but Ghost Teleport is pretty good. Top lane pickup usually. Yeah. And it's pretty good for Udyr.
Yeah.
So, alright, let's see what we got. And it's going to be Zillion. Now, you've got some of the standard picks. I don't know why he wouldn't have just gone with what he did before. However, LeBlanc was banned. Who did he go the first game? Kale. And Kale is not banned, so he's just kind of switching it up, I think. He's already guaranteed a spot in the bracket stage. The seeding isn't too big of a deal, because no matter what, he's going against a team that's 2-1. No matter what. So, in the end, it'll be interesting.
So we're going to see Sona Ezreal picked up over here. I'm a little worried that blue team might be lacking a lot of damage. They definitely got the utility pat down. But basically, the only real damage output is Ezreal, and he kind of tapers at, like, you know, his mid-game damage point. It's okay, but, like, you know, Ezreal has never been the I'm gonna pick you for big damage guy. He's the guy you pick because he gets to, you know, he gets to move around, and he has a lot of utility.
Yeah. However, yeah, okay, so Nocturne...
Wow, alright, so we're gonna get the mid-Evelyn this time. Yeah. That's gonna be something to see.
I was actually thinking that. I was like, if you pick another Engage for the back line, especially somebody that has even a little bit of CC, to pair up with the Evelyn, I don't think Ezreal is going to live for very long.
Yeah, they're going to be able to fly onto Ezreal. But, you know, the Zillion Sun will do a pretty good job at keeping Ezreal alive. Yeah. Ezreal is always really tricky to pin now.
Even, yeah, Jarvan works.
Alright, so he locks into Jarvan instead, which is slightly worse if they want to go on to Ezreal, but slightly better for team fights.
Yeah. However, I mean, if they do have that Evelyn burst somebody down, which she certainly will be looking to do, they've always got the Zillion.
Yeah, we're seeing, like, I don't know, there's a huge wombo combo potential out for purple team. Yeah, the Evelyn into the Annie, Sivir really just lets them engage from wherever they please.
Yep.
That's one of the things about Sivir. It's not so much that, you know, she's a very strong champion in a damage sense or anything. It's her ulti is devastatingly, like, just, I don't know, broken. Yeah. I feel like it really needs to be toned down. It gives a lot of move speed. It's like, it's Ghost and then some to your entire team. You can't run, you can't chase. Yeah. It's just like, well, that's the fight.
Yeah. We just decide where that goes. But she is going to be laning against this Ezreal and Sona. I think with the spell shield, she's going to probably be utilizing that very well. Stopping the Sona Qs, stopping the Ezreal Qs, it's going to be pretty effective. Could even eat a couple of ultis. Who knows how that's going to work out. It also could work to stop the Maokai ganks very early on as well.
Yeah, I don't think Maokai will be able to put as much. Actually, no. Annie is really squishy. That's always been a problem with her. Yeah. So you can still do that. You can just bully the Annie. That's the thing, though. Purple team is squishy. Beyond squishy. Udyr, if you build him full tank, you're not going to get that much done. Right. You generally want like a damage item or two, and then you want to build tank. Jarvan is generally built full tank, but you know he doesn't have anything exactly to force people to continuously attack him. Almost everyone here except for Zillion, like Zillion and Sona, are the only two that can't really get out of Cataclysm. All the damage dealers can get out of Cataclysm.
Yeah, that's interesting.
So yeah, Zillion, Jarvan won't really be able to force anyone to fight him. He's going to be tanky. So yeah, it's gonna come down. I think if purple team plays their plays their combos out very well, they definitely have a lot more damage potential here, and they can definitely make a lot more plays. Blue team definitely has the safer picks.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm trying to think of exactly where these team fights are gonna go. In this case, I actually am not a big fan of Udyr because Evelyn is not going to be peeling for Sivir. Let's be real. And I don't think that Jarvan's going to do it either. So it's coming down to Udyr, who Udyr typically likes to be in the backline as well. He likes to chase. He's got Ghost. He wants to hunt down somebody. So it's going to be Sivir with Annie. Now, Annie does have that stun, the big AoE stun, if she ever needs it. I just don't think it's going to be enough, and I honestly expect that Sivir's going to get dropped very quickly.
I don't know, though, because, Renekton and Maokai aren't exactly huge damage dealers. You usually see the Sunfire Cape come out from Renekton first, and typically those are going to be the only two that actually get to dive onto the Sivir, right? I still say, yeah, I agree. I don't really like the Udyr here. I much prefer Udyr as a jungler, because, again, he has so much early game potential with counter jungling, and when he ganks, he has a stun, and then he puts out a crap ton of damage.
Yeah. Now, I also want to say that Kassadin wasn't banned this time around. Do you think that maybe that might have been a better choice instead of the Zillion?
Kassadin would have gotten wrecked by Evelyn. That's no contest. There's no way you can do that.
Right.
If it's an Evelyn middle, right, and you have a melee champion, you're going to have a bad time.
Yeah. Maybe a lane swap might have worked out there. I'm not sure. Against the Udyr?
I don't know. And that's the one thing about Kassadin is that he has an abysmally weak laning phase.
Yeah.
Right. So there's when they pick very strong lane champs, you gotta think again. It's like, do I really want to pick Kassadin? Yeah, my late game's gonna be way better, but am I gonna get there?
Very good point. Very good point. All right, so Team Placebo on the purple side, Team Zot on the blue side. Some very strong players, and we've definitely seen some great play out of Team Zot. I have yet to see Team Placebo. I'm looking forward to it. And this is brought to you by Esports Canada, the leader in Canadian esports right now, throwing together a lot of events, a lot of small events, big events. I know there was something in Halifax recently that they did. It was a pretty big time event, so definitely looking forward to kind of what else is going to be coming from these guys. They're also playing for a decent prize pool today.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome actually. In terms of esports moving up to Canada,
yeah.
A lot of pro players came from Canada. We bred out Wild Turtle. I think Boy came from Canada as well. So yeah, he did. There's just most of our Canadian players moved to the U.S. obviously afterwards.
Odd One, Hotshot GG, Saint Vicious.
Yeah, Wild Turtle comes back every now and then. Yeah. He's actually, it's pretty cool. He knows a bunch of the people here. A bunch of people have talked to him beforehand. Yeah, it's pretty awesome that he keeps connected with his hometown and stuff.
That's sweet. That is very cool. I know they did a meet and greet.
Yeah.
So, which I think Esports Canada was part of, or was that just through the school?
It's just a school. He did one at U of T and Varsity.
Oh, right on. Okay, so off we go. They're going to start things up here. See if anybody forgets their trinket. I know that's been a big deal recently. People trying to adjust to the trinket. I swear I forget it once in every 5 games.
Yeah, it happens to me as well, and I'm always just like, man, please, just remember the trinket.
Yeah. Okay. Off they go. No trinkets forgotten. Actually, 2 reveal trinkets coming out here for Maokai and Sona. I always love it on junglers. I don't know why.
That's pretty interesting. Yeah, I usually see it on the jungler, but early game, I feel like the war trinket is probably better for the support. Unless you're we must kill. You're playing the kill in, right? And you want to make sure that you've got no wards up. Man, this Annie. Wow. All right, so that's pretty interesting. She's got just enough mana for her stun, and she's charged up as she's walking by. No one gets really left behind. Yeah,
that is actually very smart. Now they wanted to go for the invade.
Yeah,
luckily
they got caught out by the Maokai sapling.
Very smart.
Very smart.
Now a ward is going down here, and it looks like they're going to be counter invading their own red, but very quick and very sneaky. They get in there.
Man, this is brilliant. They're not even gonna know. They're not even gonna know that ward is there.
Yeah, good stuff.
That's good planning.
All right.
So they might still move around with this. Like I said, Placebo actually has a very strong level 1. Evelyn puts out ludicrous amounts of damage.
Yeah. Now, and actually, I've seen some Evelyns run Ghost just to keep up with the queue. Yeah. But I mean, in this instance, she's gonna be farming, getting just sheer damage. I can only assume, just so she can burst down one character. And if she gets out the Zillion right away, that's going to come... That's basically no ult for Zilean. If she can get him that quickly, that would be a very, very nice thing for Team Placebo.
I feel like I would have liked to see the Kayle here instead, but we'll see how this does.
Yeah.
Because the Kayle, like, she accomplishes the same thing. She puts out more damage.
Yep.
She's like more liable, and her ulti, while the person is getting ulted, that's preventing a lot of the burst damage. And you can't do anything while you're getting revived by Zilean.
Right.
And so this is the problem we're going to see here. Evelyn's going to push very quickly, and Zilean's not the greatest, turret farmer.
Right.
His auto attack damage is, rather measly.
Yeah, and the animation is very slow as well.
Yes.
So, all right, let's see what we got here.
So Sarah putting, that's a good chunk onto Sona. But remember that this Sona is the sustain lane, so she can afford to take a couple hits too. While theirs is not the sustain lane. The Annie is more of a kill support than the Sona is.
Nice little threading of the needle there. Pops the Q onto the Sivir. Now I do want to mention that Sivir's probably going to take her W at level 2. Just exchange is better. However, with the amount of harass that she's taking, it might be better to take the spell shield.
Yeah, a huge amount of damage already being put onto this Sivir. Definitely they're looking to push their advantage.
Now in top lane, Renekton versus Udyr, how do you think that's going to play out?
Honestly, I feel like Renekton has the clear edge over here. It's a very safe pick. He's got the Doran shield over here, which is why, you see Udyr's being forced hot constantly. Whoa, 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 Flash Ignite being pulled over here, and that's an easy first blood. No ward coverage whatsoever for top, and the Maokai is an easy time coming up behind this Udyr that just doesn't have Flash. And that's a problem with taking Ghost and Teleport. Yeah, it's useful for, like, team fights and other stuff. Wow, actually, hold on. Hold that thought, yeah. Oh.
Nice, nice.
Oh. Wow, just enough, and the Jarvan tries to do the EQ, but Zilean flashes out of the way of the knockout. So wow, really great play by that Zilean over there, picking up a kill. I didn't quite expect.
And another one.
Maokai,
there's a bomb going down.
Once again, just going everywhere, and the Zilean picks up, the revenge kill.
With a double buff, so now a double buff on a ranged champion versus an Evelyn who is melee.
That is a huge early game advantage for Team Zotna.
I've actually seen when Zilean was kind of, he had a bit of a popular stage and then a weird popular stage where some people were playing him. I've actually seen, especially in solo queue, if you duo queue your mid Zilean with a jungler, they will feed that Zilean even the first blue buff just so he can spam those bombs because he's so mana hungry. This Zilean got a free blue buff with a red buff, and he's got 2 kills. So he's got a lot of damage. You can see he's got the spell pen boots, so he's got some move speed in there as well. He's never going to get ganked, I don't think successfully.
Oh, man.
And if he does, he can just pop revive.
Definitely, one of the things that Zilean has an advantage over other AP carries is that he is an extremely powerful early game.
Yeah.
His Q scales very well. It's it's guaranteed damage once you put it on them. You don't really need to do a skill shot on it, and it does look like actually we're gonna see some movement coming up.
Oh, here we go! Nice stun from Annie.
Stun from Annie. This Evelyn looks like she's gonna be easily catch up. Maokai coming in for the big plays again.
Oh, and this is gonna turn out
quite.
I don't know how this is gonna go. Actually,
Zilean is coming down, but it looks like they are backpedaling. They are gonna retreat. They do know he's coming. Jarvan not exactly the best target to focus on, but
Zilean!
It doesn't really matter. Zilean's gonna get that kill. Pop goes the weasel.
Wow. Okay, so Zilean's on fire right now. If this guy ends up carrying the game, I don't even know what to think. He did it with LeBlanc for the first little bit of that last game. Of course, Zot was in there as well.
Yeah.
Not as good of farm this time around. Surprisingly, with LeBlanc, he was able to farm quite well. But it looks like we're going for a tower dive on this bottom lane. You've got the Maokai. He's probably going to lead the charge here, but Zilean is in there as well. He's got revive if he needs it. He is level 6. In goes with that kill. Zot does have it.
Level 6.
Oh, God.
It's like a very, very, very dead Annie. Goodbye.
Oh, huge auto attack.
Man, on a rampage. I take everything I said back. Just, forget it. Forget it. Zilean's amazing. Well, I don't know. I don't know anymore.
Pocket Watch is OP. Pocket Watch auto attack. And now he's going to go towards mid. Sona's there to help this one out. Now, this is going to be a lot of damage coming out here. He's looking for the double bomb. He's got the 1 bomb. The second... Oh, he's got the slow as well. And the auto attack.
He's going to get the kills. Well, this is nuts.
And revive. OP. This guy is on fire.
So, I mean, Zilean doesn't need to farm. He just farms champions, right?
Right. And he's got the speed up if he needs it. And that was great, too, because that was right at the end of his red buff. So the red buff actually did a ton of damage.
Yeah, even if Jarvan managed to pull off a kill there, he wouldn't have been able to secure both of his buffs back. Yeah, Zillion's just really far ahead now. Although, I mean, like, as you saw, he was a bit of a CS deficit because Evelyn managed to push him in. But, you know, there's a couple, like, good decision-making. This Maokai has been assisting a lot. Honestly, really carrying the team's laning phase.
Very dirty stuff. Good job, Zillion. And we've got a lot of ward coverage going down for blue side as well. Team Zot really just smashing out this game.
Oh, doesn't quite get that.
That's depressing. I hate that. I hate that more than Lee Sin players.
I don't know. Evelyn's a 6. She's managed to stay even in level somehow. I mean, like,
well, she did farm.
She's hanging around bottom. Definitely, like, you know, with a team comp like that, Evelyn, she wants to maneuver around a lot, try to influence the other lanes, help them out.
Yeah. I just don't know how well that's going to go, especially with the arcane shift. And
yeah, we're going to see the
Sona
kill. I think there's no possibility. There's no possibility you can get out of there. Maokai once again coming in. Does he have the Moby boots? He does. It did get disabled. He does get it onto the Sivir. Gets the slow onto the Annie, but I don't think they quite have what it takes to chase her down there.
Yeah.
But good pickup on the Sivir. You know, avenging the Sona over there, punishing the Evelyn quite a bit for committing too much. She's kind of just hanging around. She's not really CSing that much, and, you know, she's not getting too much done.
Yeah. All right, so 2 change 2 rings on Evelyn. Still trying to make some plays happen here. Has 2 assists for herself. Obviously, she wants some kills to just rake up that burst damage.
Yeah, we see that early Moby boots on Evelyn over any other items. It definitely tells us that she wants to be running all the bots.
Oh, yeah. And wow, Lolyo is just hammering.
Doing mad amounts of work with this Renekton right now. Just CSing super well. It looks like the Udyr is doing like kind of a trick 2G kind of build with the Tear of the Goddess. Yeah, there's no way they can contest this blue buff. The Jarvan almost ripped right there.
Yeah, that was kind of sad. So Jarvan actually.
So now we've got complete buff control for Team Zot as well.
Yeah.
You know. Maokai the smite over there just because Jarvan wants to contest it. They can go and reclaim their own, but it looks like Evelyn is rotating up off lane though. Slicing Dice was just used. And it looks like Udyr, there we go, he's going to put on the fight. He's probably going to get that,
yeah. Oh, God.
He's going to get that kill onto him. Evelyn will secure the kill over there though. A little unfortunate for Team Placebo.
Yeah, and you're going to notice here as well, I keep mentioning it, but, you know, Zillion with blue buff, it's very important. It's almost as important, it might even be more important than having it on an Anivia, because he's just so mana hungry.
A little bit of preemptive Sona ult there.
Yeah, that was kind of sad.
You know, they're quite ahead in the lane.
Now, at this point, Maokai has, across the 3 games that he's been played by the same player, he has not actually gone for super early dragons. I'm anticipating that he should do that.
Well, I mean, like, Maokai's not the greatest of dragon takers. He doesn't put out that much damage, and he's, you know, he's okay tanky, but, like, no. He definitely excels way more at ganking than he does at securing objectives.
Right. However, I mean, when you've got this big of a lead, you make a play, you may as well take
something I think that, you know, if they make another play here, they could definitely go for a tower or a dragon instead of, you know, just let's hunt for more kills.
All right.
Like, you know, it's 10-3, and surprisingly, you know, the goalie is only, you know, it's only roughly 3 points.
Yeah. This is kind of a bummer, though. Like, look how many kills and assists the Maokai has, and Jarvan just can't get it done. There's the Flag and Drag ultimate, but
this Maokai is just everywhere. He's ready. He is ready for you. He's read your mind already. Where you want to gank, he knows. Evelyn's putting up.
Oh god. And there's the ultimate.
Not even gonna get the pop in now. He's like, oh my god. He hops into tower range just so he gets the regenerated HP off of his ultimate. Back up to half health.
No big.
Honestly, they could dive here. This is an easy dive if the Maokai wants.
Yeah, this is just silly. So Maokai is just killing it right now. Now he is 1-0-7.
Yeah, the Evelyn recognizes this and, you know, has to move back.
Right. All right. So another thing that actually has been surprising to me. So Udyr went for a tier, which I've actually seen a lot of recently, but Renekton definitely going for that early aggression. Typically, Lolyo has been going for super tanky items. Now he's going for that brutalizer because he's just like, you know what, I'm pounding this guy.
Because he sees the tier of the goddess, which is like, it doesn't actually offer you any stats for fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it offers you mana and mana regen, but you don't hit any harder, you don't tank any harder in an actual fight, and that doesn't matter. So he picks up the Brutalizer early on because he's got a CS lead and, you know, your team is pushing up objectives and stuff. And he picks up the Chain Vest next. He's probably going to move into a Sunfire after the Brutalizer. Doesn't really need to finish the Black Cleaver.
Right. Now, one thing I actually haven't been seeing from the Zilean, there's the double bomb trick on the caster minion, where you double bomb the caster minion rather than the actual character, and you get that damage off because both bombs explode, and it's that much faster.
He hasn't needed to. He just walks up to them.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just crushing it pretty good this game. Okay, so now we've got Maokai. No, he's gonna go back. I want to see a dragon fight. Honestly, it needs to happen.
Like again, it's just that Zilean and Maokai, like, they don't have the best team for taking dragons.
Right.
They don't have the best team for taking objectives. They're definitely in a position for it now that they're so far ahead, but it's going to be slow. They're going to take quite a bit of damage, so they're going to have to be a little careful. Any little preemptive stun, I think. Yeah, they didn't. There's like.
That was weird. So flash.
So we got the Silver ulti pops. And it might be relevant actually if a dragon fight gets forced soon.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. Like, all the games I've been watching today, nobody is really contesting dragon, and I think it's because everybody's got that solo queue mentality. Nobody really talks about those objectives. Nobody's just mentioning them unless it comes up. But here's a fight. Beautiful kill from Zot with a nice Sona ultimate, starting that one off. Looks like Paprika in down this middle lane with a 2v1. He's just fending off both these guys as bottom lane continues to crush forward. Ezreal with a couple of kills, and they're going to snake that tower as well. Very nicely done. Now we need to see some dragon action. It's so free. Just grab it and go.
Yeah, I definitely think the dragon here is fine now. I mean, usually if the game is relatively even, you can't do it because you take quite a bit of damage from it, and if the enemy takes any AoE at all, they just put some damage onto you while you're doing dragon, and they come spin you up.
Right. But
after securing 2 kills on the bottom lane, then yeah, it's a free dragon for sure.
Right. All right. So look at the gold advantage too.
Yeah, we're already approaching a 7k gold lead. 13 minutes into the game. This is looking a little grim for Placebo.
Alright. Here we go. Trying for a round 2 on this this gank attempt. Is it gonna work? They're gonna get him. I don't know.
No, Evelyn's out of mana!
Oh, that's so sad. Oh no!
And
he gets away with
what? Just walk past him.
Father time! No!
Oops.
Paprika!
Yeah, not quite. You're not gonna catch up to that bear.
That's so sad. Well, actually, with Zilean, if you get high enough CDR, you can be always sped up. You can be 100% of the time sped up. But I think that comes later on.
This early in the game, though, no, he's not gonna be able to chase him down.
I was hoping. Okay, I was hoping.
So, a kill onto Renekton, but Evelyn's really been suffering. I don't think the mid Evelyn is quite working out as he expected it to. He's now losing on CS, and every time he's ganked, yeah, he's picked up a kill and an assist, but he's died as well.
Yeah, not quite as good as the Zilean's doing right now. And Zilean's floating around with that ultimate. Usually when Zilean has an ultimate ready and available, you just say, let's just fight. It's up. It's like a free GA at like 14 minutes. You may as well use it. Yeah. And then you can just start popping your W. It's like you're wasting your W if you don't have your ultimate on cooldown.
Flash. Oh man, that was a beautiful attack.
Yeah.
Someone attempted to disengage there, but just couldn't quite get it.
Here's Zot though. Watch Zot.
Your team might just be so far ahead, it doesn't matter. They can't keep fighting. Evelyn can't tank. Their tank's already dead.
Yeah, Zot's still in there, and I'm saying that this guy is gonna carry the rest of this fight.
He's got it.
Zot's going forward.
Yeah,
is
they
the
can't
E available?
Control that blue buff at all. It's not even worth fighting for. 16 to 5. Exactly a 6k gold lead at the moment.
Looks like actually Purge himself are trying to show a little bit of aggression, but he. Oh! Oh, Zot, you so nuts.
Well, she could have picked a better place to back, or she could have been paying attention to herself.
Yeah.
One of the two. Udyr's actually not doing too bad. He's keeping somewhat even on CS.
Round 4. This gang is pretty effective.
I don't think we're gonna.
I don't know.
I don't think we're.
Yeah, she's got it.
Okay, we got it. Never mind. Don't listen to me.
She could have overkilled by.
I don't know what I'm
5.
talking about.
No.
Yeah. No, I just don't.
It's because you're not rated high enough.
Yeah, you know what? With the tier 2 boots compared to Renekton tier 1, actually no, Renekton doesn't have boots. That's fine. So Renekton has no boots. Evelyn's got her tier 2. Even when she's in combat, it's just tier 2 boots.
Right. So, I mean, down goes that mid tower. That's actually a really big deal. And hey, another pink ward goes down. That's Wrath's favorite thing to see.
Sweet.
But Maokai now, actually, I think he kind of senses blood a little bit as well. He's looking to get a little bit of poke damage
Kind of wants
off.
to die, but he knows it's probably a bad idea. I mean, it's still a bear, it's still kind of tanky, and you know, Maokai's not a damage.
Now, if Maokai ults under tower and he takes tower shots,
No,
is that
it
applied
doesn't,
to
no,
the?
it doesn't apply.
Okay.
Yeah, it specifically says under there as well as that tower does not count.
Okay. What a bummer.
Yeah. So seeing some good damage on the top tower. Team's not definitely way ahead in the objectives race, and they will continue to be for quite a bit of time. I don't know. Gold leave, it's 7K now. I mean, like, it's not getting any better for Team Placebo. They need a miracle.
Yeah, and I don't know where that's going to come. I think Udyr needed to be ahead in order to come back. But here we go with the fight. Sona with the engage. And it looks like Zilean with a nice ultimate, but I don't know if that was the right way to do it.
Does he have Cataclysm? He does, and he locks them both in, actually. And that was actually a really good fight for Placebo. They did pick up one and force a Zilean ultimate. It looks like they're going to pick up two. This is like one of the things that their team excels at, if you notice. Placebo's team is really good at chasing, as I said before. Just one kill after another. If you stream in, you are going to get caught. And there's a lot of damage output coming from that Evelyn and Sivir.
Yeah, it's, you know, there actually used to be a very popular comp that included Udyr, which was just kind of like a Zerg rush comp, is kind of what people were calling it, where you just rush in with people that they're not necessarily that strong, like Singed, Udyr, but like on their own. But when you get a bunch of them, you can't fight anyone because they're all just rushing you. Sivir's great for that because you send the whole team forward. So
yeah, and
smart
you know,
stuff.
like I said, the two targets that have the greatest difficulty escaping the Cataclysm, Sona and Zilean got caught in the Cataclysm that fight, and Zilean has no flash, can't get out.
Yeah, and he actually burned his ultimate on the Sona. Which
he burned his ultimate for the Sona, right? And so unfortunately, he gets stuck in there with Evelyn. She's like, welcome to die.
That's her territory. Okay, so Zilean's pushing top now. I think he still wants to get a bit stronger. He wants his Death Cap, which is going to go, like, I mean, Zilean's abilities pair so nicely with, like, major amounts of ability power. Mm-hmm. The bombs actually do a ridiculous
the bombs have pretty good scaling on them, and the double bomb is just, huge amount of burst damage you can get. Looks like Zilean should be able to secure this top tower without too much trouble. Speed himself away if he needs to. And he doesn't stun up. He needs to get out. Does he have it warded?
Yeah, as long as he doesn't deal with CC, but Annie's there. There's the stun.
The early pickup from Annie on that. Oh, they shouldn't have killed him. They should have just, let Tibbers tank the tower. Yeah, we're seeing the Cataclysm in the end. This is the problem. There's nothing he can do. He can't get out. Oh, we do see a really nice ult from Zot, almost picking up that Sivir as well. If that bomb was on Sivir instead.
Yeah. Yeah. But he couldn't have known that the Ezreal ult was coming from way down in bottom lane.
Yeah, I guess. So they're gonna pick up another dragon here, but I think Placebo is gonna manage to pick up this tower. So, hey, if there's a path to recovering for Placebo, this is the beginnings of it.
Yep, they are 19-10 at this point. Still down 7K, but the thing is...
That's a lot better than what it was before.
Yeah. The 7K, being down 7K...
Yeah, as the game drags on, that difference means less and less.
Right. So, I mean, it's going to be nice to see... Hopefully, if they can stop the snowball from rolling and collecting more and more momentum, maybe Placebo has a shot? I don't know. Still 3-1 in towers, though. They really got a lot of ground to cover.
So I feel like Teams Up really needs to push for their advantage right now, else they find trouble if they might fall behind. If they ever fall behind against that team comp, I don't think they can come back into it. As I said, I do believe Placebo has the superior team comp in the end. There's just no damage coming out of Teams Up.
Yeah, and we've got now it's going to be blue buff again on Zilean. Such an important thing for him to have. It takes him a while to kind of do it on his own. Lolio's going to help him out a little bit, but that last bomb should be able to do it. Nicely done, and they will be off to the races here. The hard thing for Team Zot is that once you've got all three front towers down and Dragon, if you're not grouped, you're just wasting time.
Yeah.
So Zot gets caught out here.
Oh man, gets caught out with the Evelyn, and he just...
Last
tick doesn't quite get it, and Evelyn can't quite chase past that. Ezreal will just cut her out.
Right. And actually, if...
So we did just see every single thing on Evelyn popped. She's not going to be able to do that again for a very long time. At least, 3 or 4 minutes.
Alright.
So we could definitely see maybe, an objective or something. Ezreal's quite ahead. He's 9-0-2. He's got his Triforce and his Bloodthirster, almost his last whisper at 20 minutes into the game.
Now I'm super.
I feel like they could siege down a turret.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with the wards right now. This is the best warding I've seen since season 4 changed. All right, we got. We'll deal with that. But yeah, so since season 4, this is some of the best warding I've seen, and I'm definitely excited to see some Zilean play. I can't believe it's working so well. I don't know why he's got such a good advantage, but
it's just that early momentum, man. It worked out. They underestimated the burst damage he can put out, and underestimate at your life's risk. So yeah, it looks like they're gripping up. They've kind of realized, okay, we should probably do this. Evelyn looks like she wants to go in. What? They don't know, but her ult's still down. She can't actually do anything. They could easily force this tower down.
Now,
there's the problem is that Sivir is essentially the only wave player coming out of Team Placebo, and if she ever starts running low on mana, man, you just know you can force that tower down.
I don't know how this is gonna ever work for Team Placebo, but you got Evelyn in the background now. She's gonna be looking to burst somebody down. She cannot be seen yet. There it is. Evelyn steps into the fray. Zod getting jumped on. So huge, and there's a Cataclysm locking it up.
They didn't see.
Yeah, and Zod actually has the Zilean ult, which means that it's not actually gonna be utilized because he hasn't died yet. In comes Paprika. No ult for himself, so he's gonna just throw out the bombs. Hopefully that bomb doesn't do it, but it will kill Evelyn. Down she goes. Annie in the back. Oh, so gross. And it's going to be left with a 1 character up for each team.
4.
Gross. Absolutely gross.
Oh, man. Zod could have probably actually avoided that death. They need to be really careful about that, and I feel like proper warding on the sides is necessary.
Right.
They can't be grouped up like that. They took way too much damage. The Annie flash ulted, the Evelyn ulted, and then the Jarvan just locked all of them in there.
Yeah, pretty powerful fight there, and I'm surprised it actually went so evenly traded. I honestly thought Placebo, that was going to be their time. I thought that was it.
Yeah, I mean, it's still a 7K gold lead, right?
Yeah.
And it's hard to make up for that, but they're trying their best. And like I said, the road to recovery is long, but it begins with simple steps.
And those simple steps, I think one of them has to be, let's get Evelyn some more CS. Let's get her some more farm. She's got a Lich Bane. She's got those big bursty items. I want to see Death Cap next, and then or Zonia's, something like that.
Honestly, I think Hourglass would probably be the next best option. She's already got her TFG and her Lich Bane. That's all the burst damage she really needs.
Yep.
With the Hourglass, she can safely initiate and just say, "Ha, screw you guys! You can't kill me." Right? Like it lets her team follow up on that.
Yeah.
And then she's free to deal the insane amounts of damage that she's known for putting out without getting focused at. Because she has to get pretty close in order to actually, pull off the ulti initiation. So, that can be an issue for her sometimes.
Yeah, though I gotta say she played that really, really well last time.
Yeah.
And that's just what Evelyns do. They just sneak around the back and you're good to go.
I don't know, yeah, I just feel like Hourglass is vastly the superior option here. Anytime I see Evelyn, I feel like after 2 damage items, you need to get that Hourglass. Right.
And to be honest with you, that's looking like what she's going to do. Though she is pushing bottom tower. Not sure if this is the most effective thing to do. Udyr also teleporting from top lane to mid lane. Pretty sure he could have walked there, but he's, I guess, going to try to make a play. I don't know. Now he's just going to back off.
Uh-oh. We got Trouble Town. Is she going to run into them?
Uh-oh. Bye-bye. So, yeah, this is definitely going to be a kill here.
Yeah, she's done. No. Alright, the kill's not even going to happen.
Yeah, Revive was popped for Zilean there, and it's not going to be needed. He should go back at this point, but it seems...
Yeah, see, he's going to base. So, it's pretty safe. Loyal doing a really great job, actually. You know what? We're not giving him enough credit. As much as mid and bottom are doing well, it's important that they're, as you can see, when they make those mistakes and they get caught, this is the importance of having a good bruiser. Your bruiser will carry out the rest of that fight for you because they're all busy focusing and there's oh yeah, I forgot Renekton does damage. Right? Like, at the end of that fight, it went 4 for 4, and who was standing strong at the end is Renekton with half health ready to kill anyone else that came in.
Yep. And they definitely rock that one forward. It looks like the Ezreal comes out. It's going to spot where everybody else is. Luckily for them, they can do this. Zilean steps back into the fray. And of course, as he's double bombing, as he's charging himself forward and using that W, that's going to reduce the cooldown on his ultimate. kind of OP, but it's definitely a very, very nice thing for him to have in his kit. That's going to be available for the next team fight. It's not quite yet, but we're ready to go. Evelyn's around the backside. We've got a pretty good repeat of what we had last time, but you can see they're fanning out, looking, okay, where is that Evelyn?
Yeah. Something's up.
She's going to get away, but she's going to get spotted by the pink ward.
She's so fast, man. Those Moe boots are going to make it very, very tough. Oh, man, this could be really bad, though. She's so far away now. You see the speed boost being popped. They want to initiate. They want this tower.
Is this going to happen? There it is.
Sivers got an ulti in her to get out, yeah. Sivers ultis and lets the team retreat.
Yeah, lucky. Okay, smart play there, but this is going to be a tower drop.
Ooh, man,
Malachi, they need to pop the turret. The turret has one more shot on it. There it goes. Finally, but it didn't do enough damage.
Cataclysm locking down the Ezreal. The ulti does go on him, and wow, the ulti does pop, unfortunately. You know, it's hard. As much as, you know, they just say the counter is just stall out the Zilean ult, don't kill him.
Yeah.
It's difficult, man. That thing lasts, you know, surprisingly long. And they're probably actually going to be able to force out this inhibitor turret here. And maybe inhibitor as well. Evelyn's ulti is... It's actually still up.
Yeah,
That's surprising.
It is. Well, she didn't really do much, honestly. She was too busy baited by that pink ward. You saw they took full advantage.
They just got Zilean standing in the back, making sure, you know, this Ezreal stays safe.
I want to know who's making the shot calls for Team Zot, because
Yeah,
that was
really
smart.
That was a good shot call.
Yeah. And again, we've got Evelyn in the back. They're fanning out here. Zilean does not have his ultimate, and if Evelyn knew this, there we go. Turn around, pop him, no problem.
Done.
No problem.
So inhibitor is down for Placebo. I'm not sure if they can really make any plays off of that Zilean kill. They can kind of try, but the lanes are all pushed in, and everyone's really strong. Missing, like, you know, they're so far ahead they can miss like one or two team members. They're like, hey, it's okay, you can't take Baron.
I would like to see them do Baron on it, like just rush it out, but that comes down to shot calling. I think they could have done it, or at least forced the fight. Look at there's no wards on the map for Team Blue except for by the Wraith camp.
They can definitely force a fight. I'm just not sure if it's the wisest decision. They don't really have anyone that can tank it for very long. Jarvan's like, he's got his randomings now, but Baron does a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Sivir's not exactly the most fed. She's 3-4. Got, you know, 170 CS, but no Last Whisper, no Phantom Dancer, just her IE, so she's not going to be able to clear Baron actively. No Blade with the Rune King on the team either.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, I was thinking maybe they could just fight, but, like, I don't know.
The Renekton is too beefy.
Yeah.
They can't do anything about him.
Yeah, we saw what happened last time Renekton was in on a team fight at Baron.
So yeah, they're gonna force out the towers. As you can see that ping call over there on that bottom turret. Yeah, it's just the early game set Placebo too far behind.
Yeah. Alright, let's see what plays out here. I don't think this is gonna go too well for Placebo. They kind of sat around after they picked up that Zilean. I would have liked to see something.
Poorly positioned, well, not exactly in the best spot if she wants to get the assassination onto Zilean. Ezreal ult hits who he wants. He got the Evelyn down to half health, and now, you know, it just makes it that much harder for them to engage.
Nice little tower shot, but pretty much full health on this entire team. And
yeah,
you know,
this
like
tower's just going down. You know, they can just take their sweet time. They've got mid inhibitor. They're ahead. Not a worry in the world.
Yeah, drop that turret, no problem. Oh, but here we go,
wow,
Annie engage.
A beautiful preemptive Malachi ulti is actually going to mitigate so much damage. As you can see, Zot goes down pretty low.
Sivir's still alive, though. She's still in the background, and actually all 5 members of Team Placebo are still alive. Sona's down, but down goes Quicksilver.
Yeah, and now we're seeing it. We're seeing the great... Oh, too deep.
Oh, no.
Way too deep, man. And the Evelyn gets the free kill onto that Renekton. They're going to heal up and probably going to be able to defend this inhibitor turret with ease.
Now, who did Zilean ult in that fight? I actually didn't see who he ulted.
I think he made ult with
it. Okay. This is the Ezreal ult. Wow, doing a lot of damage, but
whoa,
Evelyn...
instantly popped the burst damage right there. Jarvan not quite landing his...
he lands a
spear onto his flag.
Right. I think he probably would have died, though.
He would have died, so maybe it was for the best. No! Other way!
Bend the spear
Bend
shots.
it like Jarvan.
The puns.
Yeah.
Alright. So, again, Placebo takes down a fight. I think they're just so scared because of the momentum. They still, I think, feel that it is in Team Zot's favor. Certainly Team Zot's in the lead in terms of gold, but Placebo is slowly taking it back, and I think they just need to take an objective.
We're definitely seeing the team fights go more in Team Placebo's favor. Zot's just basically kind of winning objectives over that huge momentum they have from early game, and they've never really lost that momentum. They're still up around 19 gold, but I don't know, man. That team fight really did go in Placebo's favor.
Yeah, and again, I'm super impressed with the warding between these two teams. It's looking a little slim right now, but all the pink wards have been cleared out, and you know, lots of vision on this map right now.
The delayed reaction on that Sivir shield.
That was sad. We all know that feeling. We all know that feeling. Lag, just cry lag. Okay, so Evelyn now is pinched in a pretty rough spot here. She got renekted.
Oh no! Get out!
Cheeky little Q before she goes.
Yeah.
Alright, not bad. So they know Evelyn's behind them. They're going to have to play this a little bit weird, as you always do. But a Maokai with a twisted advance on the Udyr. I'm not sure I like that, but Udyr starts getting chopped up here. Ice, Tarzan X, flag and drags, but nobody's there to follow him up. Cataclysm on 4 characters, but it's just not going to be any good. Sona misses the ult, and now it's the chase back. Is this going to be any good? What's going to come from this? Sona with the E, trying to pop in there, but it's just going to be the inhibitor. Hopefully they can bait somebody out. They know Evelyn is still waiting in the wings somewhere. I just don't think she's going to be able to get anything done.
Yeah, she can't really go into this. I mean, I definitely feel like Placebo overstayed their welcome there, and that might have just cost them Baron.
I think they should have engaged. I think Placebo, when Jarvan went in, I actually thought that wasn't a bad play. But Udyr was too far in the background running away, despite the fact he wasn't even down the quarter.
Split up, and the Evelyn was basically unable to catch up into the team fight.
Yeah.
So they are going to do the Baron attempt here. Yeah, I think Evelyn's going to give this one.
Yeah, I think she has to.
I don't.
She might try it. I don't know. It'll be a hero, but no, it's gone.
No. And, you know, they're missing the smite. The Jarvan's not going to get there anywhere close to the amount of time. So they'll take Dragon. Hey, it's, you know, it's something.
Yeah. And it's something they need. Like, they haven't gotten very many global objectives.
Whoa. She puts the DFG onto... I think she wins that fight.
Wow.
This is the thing about Evelyn, man. She just shreds anyone. I don't care how tanky you are. DFG ulti onto you, you are going to die if you're on your own. You cannot separate like that. That's like, you know, that's a bad mistake to be making against an Evelyn. But
and she got Void Staff too.
Yeah. So if teams are just, you know, if they just group, they'll be fine. I'm really surprised with Void Staff over the Hourglass. And that's it. Like, I feel like if she picked up the Hourglass, she wouldn't be so scared of, oh, I can't go in, I still can't go in. Oh man, my team lost someone. I guess that's just the team fight, right? Yeah.
But she evens it out. Now, one thing I wanted to note as well is that Sivir, I don't know how long ago it was that we were like, oh, Sivir doesn't even have a Last Whisper or a Phantom Dancer. Still doesn't have a Last Whisper or a Phantom Dancer. There we go.
Last Whisper.
Yeah, just picked it up.
It actually looks like that Evelyn wants to move towards a Death Cap instead of a DFG. I'm personally not a fan, but hey, maybe it'll work out.
Yeah, this is... It's gonna be interesting. She's gonna need the Zonies eventually.
Yeah. So we got Baron now on Team Zot, and we're very likely to see them push an inhibitor turret out of this. It looks like they're gonna group up bottom for that inhibitor turret. We see that ping going now.
All right, and bottom is honestly like just the best lane you can take. I like the free turret that's sitting out there top lane. But bottom, if you get that inhibitor, that's going to lead to free Barons if you feel like the game's going to continue. At the moment,
you just want to make the most time with your Baron, right? First, alright, we'll take this inhibitor, then we'll go take the other tower. You know, we don't have to rush that tower at all. We can take that whenever we can, please. We're so far ahead.
Yeah. Now, Evelyn, again, we're going to see her off into the side. She's got to be aware of the fact that there are 2 revealing relics on this team that can just spot her out no problem. It's just, she's got to get in there and get those kills like she's been doing.
I really want to see some pink wards on these sieges. Just put them on the sides or behind you, and you reduce the risk of getting, you know, blindsided by that Evelyn by that much. And because you're so far ahead, they can't really move up to clear those pink wards.
Yeah. And you can see they're actually doing that now. They put one in that small choke point. There's a pink ward there. They're good to go. Ezreal comes across, does a little bit of damage, and that's going to prompt them to say, okay, I think we might be able to chisel away at this turret. But the wave clear is working very nicely for Placebo.
Yeah, we'll see how much longer it can carry on, though. As the siege minions are pushing in, the super minions are nothing to be trifled with.
Yeah, and they're actually going to be on that Nexus relatively soon.
Yeah, with these, like, you know, with the Baron buff, they can just keep on trading shots with this tower. And, you know, Ezreal auto-attack it, Ezreal auto-attack it, just once. You know, just keep poking around at it. And now that they see Udyr and Sivir so far back, it's like, okay, throw it all in on this turret.
Uh-oh. There it is. Okay, here comes the engage. The Evelyn ult starts things off. Still doesn't have Zonia, so it could change things around.
She chooses to melt the tank instead.
Oh. And this could work out. Sona ultimate comes across. Quicksilver almost dead. Jumps forward even still and just gets killed.
And just untouched in this entire engagement. And they just have no one to clear it. And that's definitely game.
Yeah.
With an ace set at this point.
Alright, so that I think is going to be the end. Crazy engage. Now, in that one, it was really hectic. I think the Zonias would have made a big difference there, but what do you think was the key mistake or the key play from Zot?
I feel like it's just they're just too far behind. There's no like you said, there's no hourglass on the Evelyn. She can't really go balls deep. They put they finally smartened up. There's like okay, we've died enough times to Evelyn. After the 5th time, we've almost thrown this game. We've learned our mistake. Put a pink ward down. So they put a pink ward down. Evelyn, their most fed player, can't do much. She annihilates the Renekton, but Zot's just sitting in the back, just shooting away, and he's fed to all hell.
Yeah. And I definitely agree. It was a nice snowball. Placebo kind of put the brakes on Team Zot for a little while, just not long enough, and they really did not take objectives. Some of the item choices were a bit funky, but in the end, I think the Evelyn played well. Wish she had an hourglass, but in the end, it was just the synergy. Honestly, the shot calls that were made here, I'm surprised that these guys haven't played before.
Team Zot making some really good shots, like really good calls. The Baron call was good. The call on middle was good. It's pretty good stuff. You see Evelyn out of position, and you're just like, okay, that's the only thing we're worried about. We're just worried about Evelyn screwing us up. So Evelyn out of position, get something done. Get it done now.
Yeah, smart stuff. All right, well, that is going to be it. So for now, yeah, we will be back, and this is again going to be a VOD. So watch the next VOD and watch the previous ones if you haven't already. Crazy series. We're done the group stages right now, and that's going to be Team Zot with the top seed. I have no idea who they're going to play against because they could literally be matched up with anybody. They're all 2-1.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll get to choose. I don't know. We'll see how that works. It would be embarrassing to be chosen, though. I want to be seated against these guys. But either way, very good games. I am Frank. You can follow me on Twitter at @1Frank, as you can see on your screen here. I am with Wrath.
You can follow me at Damon Lasher.
So we're going to be signing off. Stay tuned. Watch all the games, and it's definitely been a fun time.
Yeah, for sure.